And welcome back, YouTube. This is another edition of... It's the August edition. This is all the stuff that we picked up in August. So I'm just going to go through what I got. Some of this, I'll do it all first. It is from the big bundle I bought to sell in the free game collection series. But some of it I kept myself that I didn't want to sell. So I'll go through all that first. I'm just looking at it now to figure out what's what. I'll go through all that first because I didn't actually purchase this, but this is stuff I picked up in that bundle. So we've got a Namco GunCon 2. Kept that because I don't have one, and I wanted one for my PS2 so I could play things like Resident Evil, Survivor 2 and things. I haven't even got the game yet, but I can play Time Crisis and stuff, so I thought I'd keep that. What else did we keep out of there? Fear Effect 2 on the PS1. I used to love this game. I do need to get Fear Effect 1, but it's nice to have this one. Oh, the disc's falling out. It's got all 4 discs. It is missing the manual, unfortunately, but it was free. It was part of that game bundle, so why not? Destruction Derby 2. Love this game. This is complete with manual. I spent many an hour playing Destruction Derby 2. There's a lot of nostalgia for me, so I've kept that one. I also got Medieval on the PS1. Another one, nostalgia, complete with manual. So that was staying with me. I love that game. And we also got Medieval 2. Medieval 2 is a rental case. It does say not for resale. So I don't know if that affects its value at all. It might make it less valuable. It might make it more. I don't know. But I've got a copy of the game anyway, so I can play that when I like. Arcade Party Pack on the PS1. I'm not going to lie, the only reason I kept this was because it had Rampage on it. I haven't checked the full list of games on here. I haven't played it yet, but just purely so I could play Rampage. That's the reason I kept that. Absolutely love Rampage. Simpsons Wrestling. This doesn't have the manual either, but it's a Simpsons game. I absolutely love The Simpsons. Simpsons was a big part of my childhood growing up. Never played Simpsons Wrestling, so I've got it. Give it a bash. And South Park Rally. Like, I played South Park on the channel not long ago. We'll have to give South Park Rally a bash, won't we? And then if I get Chef's Love Shack, I think that's all the South Park games for the PS1. So I'll have all those. I did keep Mega Games 2 for the Mega Drive. I already have Mega Games 1, so... Well, I don't know, do I? I can't remember. Or did I keep that? No, I have. I have got Mega Games 1, sorry. Yeah, I've got Mega Games 1, so now I've got Mega Games 2. That is complete with the manual. You're supposed to have 3 manuals of this. It only has 2. It's got the Streets of Rage manual and the Shinobi manual. It doesn't have the Golden Axe manual, unfortunately. But like I said, it's free. Why not? And another Mega Drive game I kept, Mortal Kombat 2. You've seen previous videos. I've got Mortal Kombat 1, so now I have Mortal Kombat 2 as well. No manual, but like I said, free. Who cares? And then I kept a dose of PS2 games. Time Crisis 2, just purely so I can use that gun. I'm not a massive fan of Time Crisis, but just a bit of fun. Now I've got a CRT. I can start playing those kind of games. Final Fantasy X. I thought I had this, but I actually don't. And this is the with the bonus CD. So that's going to go into my Final Fantasy collection. And Final Fantasy 12 or X2, however you pronounce it. I haven't got this. I think this is 12. I had X-2. This is X2. I need to Google that. I don't know what the difference is. The Final Fantasy I'm really confused with. It just doesn't have all the right numbers, if that makes sense. I don't know how they structure them, like 1 to 11 or 12. You know, I don't know how they do that. Resident Evil Dead Aim. You all know I'm a massive Resident Evil fan. I've pretty much got every game now. So I needed to keep this for my collection. Full with manual, and we can play with the gun. Midway Arcade Treasures. If I'm honest, I kept this one again because it had Rampage on it. I don't know why, I just really like Rampage. I think I've got Midway Arcade Treasures 1 as well. I'm pretty sure I have. I've got 1 and 3, so now I've got 2. So I don't know how many are in the series of this, but I got a trilogy now, 1 to 3. So I just kept that. Don't know why, I just did. I don't have a reason for it. Mortal Kombat Deception. I am a Mortal Kombat fan. What the hell was that just fell out of there? Oh yeah, I found this in one of the other cases as well. It's Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So I put that in with this game. So that's another Mortal Kombat game to the collection. I'm not actively going to collect all the Mortal Kombat games, but if I see one I haven't got for a really cheap price, or free in this case, I'm going to pick it up. And the last game I kept out of there was Celebrity Deathmatch on the PS2. Never even knew this game existed. Never played it. I used to love Celebrity Deathmatch. It is complete with the manual. It's even got one of those little survey things in there. The disc is in really good shape. So I don't know if it's a valuable game or not or whatever. But me and my cousin Matthew used to watch this all the time on MTV in the evenings down our nans. So that's a lot of nostalgia. For me to be able to play that, it's just going to be hours of fun, isn't it? So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Charles is down, and he's out, and the winner is Marilyn Manson.
So then if we get on to purchases I purchased myself. Right, let's start with, where should we start? I'll start with this. If you watched my short, you probably would have seen this. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Quite a rare game. Quite an expensive game. I finally got it. I've seen it a bit cheaper on CEX than where I've seen it everywhere else. It is an absolute mint copy. The only issue was when I got it, there was a few dents on the front of the case, but I swapped that with another game. So now that is a minty copy. So I'm nearly there with the Silent Hill. There's 2 more games I need. I just need Homecoming and Downpour. So fingers crossed I'll get those this month. Picked up Outbreak, Resident Evil Outbreak. I don't have Resident Evil Outbreak, obviously, that's why I've picked it up. Like I said, I'm trying to collect every Resident Evil. I was only going to do the main titles in the series, you know, 1 to, I think, Villages number 8. All of those, but I've kind of gone off on a tangent and I'm just going to get them all. Everything with the Resident Evil branding, I'm going to get. So, got Outbreak, and I have recently purchased Outbreak 2, but that is going to be in the September edition. Because as I'm shooting this, this is currently the 2nd of September. For the Mega Drive, I got a copy of the Page Master. I absolutely love this film. It was my probably one of my favourite films as a child growing up. I've got the VHS, I bought it recently, so for me to get this, it was just a need rather than a want. I've never played it, so that is going to be a load of nostalgia for me, because I absolutely adore the Page Master, so I just had to have it. Maybe I'll get a little display of Page Master stuff, I don't know. I'm saying that, I've got no room to display everything I've got now. In an ideal world, I'd like a display for it, so I'll have a Resident Evil display, a Metal Gear Solid display, you know, a Simpsons display, South Park display, what else have I got? Silent Hill. But, well, there's fireworks going off. What the hell's going on? But I don't have the room, so I don't know. We'll sort something out. But yeah, I really had to get that. What else did we get? Nightmare Creatures on PS1. I really liked this game growing up. I never played Nightmare Creatures 2, and I wasn't even aware there was a Nightmare Creatures 2 until I started looking for this. Nightmare Creatures 2 is absolutely berserk, the price. It is something like 220 quid or something. Will I ever get it? I don't know. Probably I'd like to, just to get the set. But this one, it got broken posted. I will say, I bought this off Vinted, and the photos, this wasn't on there. So this has got busting postage. It has got the manual. It is a good copy of the game. So I'm a bit gutted, but I'm probably going to just look out for another case and swap it all over. Because that crack is bloody awful there. Look at it. Ugh. But yeah, Nightmare Creatures, what a game. What else did we get? We got some more PS1s here. I picked up Final Fantasy VII, because believe it or not, I never had it. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, but I've only been game collecting 4 months, maybe 5 months. So, you know, this is all new to me, so I do have to start somewhere. So Final Fantasy VII is a really, really mint copy. It's got all the inserts and things. The manual. Oh, don't trap that in there. It's got all the discs. They are absolutely immaculate discs. They are like brand new. And I didn't pay over the odds for that, because some people I see are selling it for like 35 quid, something like that. I paid about 25, I think, for that, which I thought was quite a good price. So, yeah, Final Fantasy VII. And this game, I wasn't really going to buy. It's Metal Gear, the Special Missions.
A surveillance camera?
Again, as with Resident Evil, I was only going to buy the main titles in the series. Pretty much got all those now with Metal Gear. I think I do have them all, actually. It's got the manual, really, really good condition again. I do try and get as good condition as I can. There is a slight crack on the back of the case here, but it is what it is. I paid a good price for this, I believe. I think I paid 25. I wasn't going to get it, but because everywhere I see this is around 35 to 40 quid, and I thought, well, I don't need that, and not something I'm actively looking for. I saw it for sale on Vinted. I think it was 28. I offered 25 and they accepted. So it's another Metal Gear to the collection. So I'm probably going to end up getting all of the Metal Gears as well now. The PSP versions and things like that. I wasn't going to bother, but I probably will now, because that's just me. And then I got Final Fantasy 3 on the DS. Now I need, that's got a manual and everything. I need everyone's advice on this, because from my research, if I want to collect all the Final Fantasy games, apparently PAL do not do Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, etc. on the NES. You can't get a PAL version of that. The only way to get the originals on PAL is PS1 versions, I believe. I could be wrong, but that's a research I found on the internet. So what they did, they re-released them on PlayStation 1, late 90s, early 2000s. But Final Fantasy 3 never ever got a PlayStation release. So if you want the full set, you have to get the PlayStation versions of 1, 2. You have to get a DS version of 3, and then PlayStation again, 4, 5, 6. I may be wrong, but that's what I found on the internet. So if anyone can correct me and point me in the right direction, I would really appreciate it, because that's kind of what I've read, so that's what I'm doing. I've got the 3 on the DS now. The only copies of 1 and things I can find is the Origins, which is 1 and 2 together in one case. 3 is obviously the DS. 4 and 5 is another double, which is they call the Anthology. And then you can get 6, 7, 8, 9 as single games then. So if I'm wrong on that front, please tell me, because I want to try and collect them correctly. But I think as a PAL edition, that's the only way you can do it. But let me know. And then we are getting on to some Pokemon. Pokemon Violet. This was supposed to be in last month's video, but if you remember, it didn't turn up, so I had to get a refund off eBay and order a new one. This one is brand new sealed as well, which I'm really chuffed about, so I'll never open that. That is going to go up on the Pokemon shelf up there. So now I do actually have every Pokemon Switch game. I'm getting real close with the Pokemon now as well. I'm down to about 13 games, I think, which I am really chuffed about. Pick these up as well. Pokemon Diamond on the DS, complete with all the manuals and things. Obviously, I wouldn't bother otherwise. And Pokemon Pearl. So that obviously complete again. 2 more to the DS collection. I don't have a lot of the DS games. If you can see behind me, I don't know. I've actually only got 1 DS game, so that is now 3. I say I've got nearly all the games. What I mean by all the Pokemon games is the main series games, so your yellows, blues, and as they go in there, is it generations they call it? I can't remember. I always get this mixed up. I've nearly got all those. I've got 26 of those, I believe, so we're nearly done there. But I have bought this as well. I remember I showed you pinball last time. Well, I've seen this for sale at a reasonable price. It is complete boxed. It has got everything with it. I saw it for a reasonable price. It's got the manual, it's got all the cards, it's got the poster in there, the Pokemon Snap poster. That is a really, really mint copy game. I couldn't leave it there. I seen it on eBay for sale. I made an offer and he accepted. Let's just open it just to show you all. So you've got the manual here, the Game Boy instruction thing, the actual game, and then the actual N64 pamphlet that it came with. Well, I say N64, it's Game Boy that side, N64 that side. So I am over the moon with that. I am going to put, well, I have put the other one, I had Pokemon Pinball Manual and Game. So they are now up for sale if anyone wants to purchase those. They're on my Vinted store for 20 quid, I believe. So yeah, it's not one of the main games, but when you see pristine, it's, you know, it's not in the main series, but when you see pristine Nintendo cardboard like that, you can't turn it down, because these are only going to get fewer and fewer over the years. Well, maybe not so much now. Obviously, people threw them out and stuff years ago, and people who buy them now are only going to be buying them for collection, so they're probably not going to get thrown out. But there may be a few out in the wild in people's lofts and things that people are going to throw out. But yeah, you're not going to. They're going to get harder and harder to come by. I also picked up this. It is a boxed N64 controller. It did get a bit squished in transportation. So I'm going to have to try and straighten that out somehow. Can you see it's all creased, which I am very disappointed about. But I never had a boxed controller. I've started a little collection of controllers as well, different colours. Not going over the board and purposely looking for them, but if I come across one in a colour I don't have, I'll pick it up. But I've seen that on eBay or Vinted, I can't remember. Really reasonable price. So yeah, a bit of Nintendo cardboard again, so I had to get it. And I also got this. This is probably my favourite purchase of the month. It's the GunCon for the PS1. Complete in box. I had a really good deal on this as well. It was up for like 40. I made him an offer of around 30 and he accepted. So for the age, you know, the box is really good condition. I can't open it to show you by the look of it because it's idiot proof. But it's even got the cardboard inside, you know, the extra boxy thing. It's got all the adapter, the leads, everything. I'm not going to get it all out because it's a bugger to get back in, but that is basically a brand new gun with the seal broke. That is it. It's so well looked after. I couldn't believe it. So I am over the moon with that. So now I can play GunCon games on the PS1 as well. You know, that is mint. Absolutely mint. So yes, I am over the moon with that. And then my last little pickup, it's not actually game related, but it's just a bit of nostalgia for me. Let me know if you remember this. Bart Simpson's Guide to Life.
Last name Simpson, first name Bart.
If you don't know what this is, it's just a little funny book about Bart Simpson's Guide to Life, how he sees the world, little tips and things of how to stay healthy, all sorts, work and money. You've got everything in there. I only got that for nostalgia. I seen it somewhere on a YouTube video and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Never owned one of these as a kid. But I remember my friends having them and things and seeing them in bookstores. So I just had to pick one up. After I seen it on YouTube, a quick Google search, I got it on eBay. It was like £2. But I think that's great for £2. It is in really good condition. None of the pages are ripped or anything. So £2. Absolute bargain. And that's it for this month. So we have got roughly 30 games, I think, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 games, 2 gun cons, an N64 controller, and Bart Simpson's Guide to Life. What more do you need? So that is my pickups for August. Hope you're enjoying the video still. Nothing crazy. I think the rarest of the games I got this month would have been Shattered Memories for Silent Hill. But other than that, yeah, nothing major. A lot of them was from that big bundle I bought. I have just picked up some stuff today, which you will see in my other video from CEX. So I'll show you those in that video. And yeah, that's it for this month. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. If there's any games you want me to play as a playthrough, because I haven't done a playthrough for a while, I'm toying between Simpsons Hit and Run, maybe Celebrity Deathmatch, South Park Racing, or I might do a series, so maybe a Silent Hill series or a Metal Gear series. Let me know what you think. What else could we do? I think Fear Effect, maybe a bit slow. Let me know anyway, and we will get it done. I will get some games played so you can watch me suck at them. I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Ta-da.